Do is, oh, I can't, oh, you know what? Maybe I have my speakers down. Oh, I have my speakers on. I can't hear you, Tony. No, I don't think your mic is working. Uh, I see that your mic is hooked up, but I'm not seeing it going up and down like you're not speaking. So that usually means it's something on your end. Like I see your mic, but it's not doing anything. So maybe if you have a plugged in mic or whatever, you switch out over it. If you have speakers, maybe, okay. You'll have to text, cool. All right, well, I'm gonna share the screen and yeah, let's do the desktop. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start the, whoops, we're gonna start slideshow. Here we go. So, okay. It happens, Tony. I don't know. Zoom's not our service. You know, everybody's kind of forced to use it. It's usually from having something else plugged in or something. You can, you know, look into the settings or something. But anyway, I'll look to see if you know, you're in chat. If you ask something, I'll stop and we'll go into it. Okay? Just let me know. So, Trust Workshop, and this is about the McCagg Mastery Edition Trust, copyrighted trust I made. Started 2016, been proven ever since. Works for everyone, with no issues for any students, any clients, or anything, which is fantastic. It's called a common law irrevocable ecclesiastical trust, and it has a 508c1a classification, but that's how it gets its 501c3. It's a nonprofit. Protects your assets. You can get, you know, your real estate tax exempt if a trust owns real estate you have. No IRS tax liability, larger credit limits if you have, you know, want to get business credit with a trust, that is possible. Larger than like your personal credit. Okay. You can avoid probate. In other words, the trust continues. Whoever you chose as next trustee, nothing happened, no taxes, you know, no ownership change. Trust just owns things. So, you know, assets are, you know, what, like property, money, Bitcoin, real estate, things with titles like autos and so on. Liquid assets, thing you can own in a like an account, like liquid assets. Oh, you got. Yeah. Okay, I thought I heard something there. Sorry. So, whoop, it is working. So, you know, other benefits include you don't have to get vaccinated if you don't want to because you're not under the In God We Trust. We is a separate God. And so this is also a trust, and it has the same level. So no one can be actually touched or handcuffed or anything by the police. That's been proven with many individuals. They are simply frozen solid. It's not about you. You just say no, and then if need be, they're frozen in place. Fascinating, right? But honestly truthful, a side benefit of this. So no taxes on property, income, or inheritance. You know, you could, like I said, you could put real estate in the name of the trust, and then you could apply for your county to have the real estate taxes exempted in perpetuity, which is fantastic. No income tax and no reporting to the IRS, no inheritance tax. The trust simply keeps on owning things, nothing happens. No bank loans due. Um, I think what it means, if you're having personal credit issues, they don't relate to the trust, you see. We don't do the free assets thing anymore. Round the clock security, like I was saying, you're under a different trust. Can't be physically taken ever. And they can't take anything in the trust bank account. So it's an onshore tax-free trust. Assets like bonds, mutual funds, money, real estate, so on. You got your hands up, Tony. I love this. It's so great. But I think what you're going to have to do is, type something out, right? Because I can't hear you. Sorry. Yeah, we don't go into that anymore. We just don't do it. It's too successful. We can't keep our website open. I'm sorry. There's some information now in the advanced financial training about it, but you have to get the trust and the business finances. And actually, we're going to restart that. So, just people were having trouble with foreclosure, and I solved it completely for several years, and so that made it hard to get the information about my other information. So the trust is so beneficial to everyone so immediately. Oh, okay. You have it all. Okay, so why are you in here? This isn't a free consult with me. This is for people that don't have a trust and stuff. So you got time with your courses, Tony, and so you should be getting me one-on-one with your mic working, and so on. Oh, she had told you to come here, huh? Okay. Well, I can't hear you, unfortunately. Anyway, if you have a question, that's fine. Let me know. Okay. Trying to get what money's into it. Yeah, you just put your money into it. You have it, say, a personal account at the same bank, you just transfer your money and that's it. Any money you have, you put it in the trust account. That's all. You just hit the transfer button on your phone, you're in your app, you're like, transfer how much? All, however much is in there, you transfer it all. And it's like, oh wow, that worked, and I have a debit card. Let me go see if my debit card works. Yeah, okay. So all the money's in, where the trust debit card is, you can close your personal account. That's it. Yay. Everything worked. What? You know what I mean? You have to get that level of comfort. So, but yeah, no problem. Yeah. There's really nothing complex about this, and due to our lifelong programming by our attempted controllers, we're always bucking that out of our head, trying to get rid of it. But this is very simple, and so to try not to overcomplicate it. That's all. It just doesn't report. It doesn't pay taxes, and you just do your best at, you got to think, if you're trying to get tax exempt, or if you're trying to do other things with it, you're filling out an application, you're doing some paperwork, you're trying to do it, you do it, and you just do your best based on your training and so on, and it's okay. If you get a little something wrong, they'll let you know, and you'll be like, oh, okay, well, I meant to, they'll be like, you have to do something about, box 7 or whatever, and then you just do a little bit of it, that's all. And don't worry about it. It's not like you're going to be doing anything illegal ever. It's not that. It's you're just trying to get a successful application to whatever. So just whatever You are focused on continuing being focused on that and just get it done. That's all, as you go through it. If something else comes to mind while you're in here, and Shannon said for you to come in, Tony, please ask, okay? Because we're all about making sure everything's working for everyone, okay? And if she said, oh, just jump in with Jack, go ahead. So anything that comes up, and raise your hand, type it out. I'll keep an eye out in the chat. Okay. So let's keep going. You know this stuff, but you know, trust is separate. There are many different kinds of trust. This is an irrevocable trust, which is the only kind of revocable trust is a tax scam, and the IRS so doesn't appreciate anyone using revocable trust, and it protects you know, your assets and so on. Okay, chat, yes, Tony. Yeah, oh, I thought I saw the thank you. Okay. So we got Senator Ted Kennedy. We learned a lot about trust then because that was when Ted Kennedy was, you know, in his teens and had someone next to him in the car, and they died when he crashed off a bridge in Chappaquiddick is the story. And so the other young party lost their life and didn't win a criminal case against Ted Kennedy and attempted to get a civil amount of money, you know, through the civil through a civil case. Sorry, and so they actually won that one, and Mary Jo Kopechny and that family, and so they actually won. But when they went to go collect, it turned out the Kennedys had no money because it was all in trust. How clever. So that's legal to do. They did it. Nelson Rockefeller, VP, right? Own nothing, control everything. But the full quote is, the secret to success is to own nothing and control everything. Rockefeller's famous for their trusts, of course. Trump, very wealthy. Thankfully, he was, you know, a trustee, successor trustee on his father's giant real estate trust in New York. It's easy to be rich when you start off rich. So good for him. And then, yeah, these other businesses that would, you know, borrow too much money and give it all to the trust, continuing to build wealth for the trust. And then the other entities would go out of business. Oops, we can't pay our bills. So, oh, whoopsie. Warren Buffett, you know, what could be more evil than to be a billionaire with so many people hungry? I have no idea. But Mr. Warren Buffett, not Mr. Evil, maybe we could call him Dr. Evil instead, admits he pays less in taxes than his secretary does. Just, you know, just straight out, I know everything, you don't, I have all the money, haha. Okay, great. How wonderful for you. You really care about people. This is just a little...
Because it's a voluntary
system.
System of payment.
A voluntary system. This is one of the congressmen, you know, for the House of Representatives interviewing the head of the IRS, okay? And so he's just talking with them about it being a voluntary system. In other words, you don't need to pay taxes unless you volunteer to. So why do that? You follow?
Because it's a voluntary system of payment of our taxes.
Agreed.
And so you are right. It was a foolish mistake, but the president's even more correct that it was outrageous and intolerable. Now, let me also focus on something, Mr. George, you said. When you were asked, was there any finding or evidence of political motivation
here? He says it twice.
You said no.
That's correct, sir.
Okay. And so what we find is a situation where inexcusable activity took place because it erodes the confidence of the American people in a system where they participate voluntarily. And if there's a place in...
You see, that's all. He says it's a voluntary system, and the guy at the IRS says yes. And that's pretty much it.
Because it's a voluntary system of payment of our taxes.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Because it's a voluntary system of payment of our taxes.
Agreed.
Okay, so that's it, right? They tell you right straight up. So we got a disclaimer. It's true, a person must pay taxes, which is another business entity, right? But a trust is another topic. We'll walk you through specific systems that reduce tax liabilities, protect assets, and give amazing benefits for everyone. However, we are happy to show you to show you exactly what's working for our clients 100%, free. This is a free, webinar here. You get it in our course, and then you will learn how to do it yourself. That's it. But yeah, you have to do it. You have to take action and follow directions. So, oh, Tony's got questions. Here we go. I'm sorry I missed it. That was such an eye-opener. We participate in taxes voluntarily. Yes. I mean, they're telling us just straight out all the time. It's just we're not listening. So in '08, I lost everything. My business, a big crash. I had a bunch of people working for me and was trying to come up with $25,000 of money to pay everybody every week. Yeah, did you really? And so, I ended up on a picnic table in the park, homeless, completely lost everything. I mean, absolutely everything I had. And so I moved up from there, and, my credit was terrible. So I learned how to fix my credit, and I helped people with that for a decade. I'm the only one with proof that ever helped anybody. We had up all the notarized testimonials, testimonials with notarized affidavits, because it helped so many people, and all the free assets you were bringing up and so on. I did that for a long time. Until, okay, but when you clear up the debt problems, it's like, well, how do you protect yourself and everything instead of them, because you start messing with the bankers, they start messing with you. But so you want to stop it, that bothering you and your wealth and all that stuff, whatever you have. Because I was able to get rid of my debt and be like, oh, well, hey, this is great. Everybody, you could just go out there and get more credit and get, gold liberties, turn them in for cash and take their money, which I showed everyone how to do that and other things, many other things, with proof, and everyone was successful. So that's kind of Wells Fargo good. That's good. I don't know what that means. This is a 501c3 trust, okay? But you don't have to, it's a non-profit. That's what they say colloquially. Like even in the bank, they say, oh yeah, this is non-profit. That's all you say to them. You don't have to give the IRS code. Chief gave you the runaround. It was probably you need to go to another branch, okay? Would I be able to use the EIN to open up? The EIN is an EIN of a 501c3. There's no application. There's nothing like that. Oh, we got another participant in here. Hold on. Okay, Marquita. I just noticed you're in here, so I'm giving you ability to talk. If you have any questions, please talk. Say anything. Tony's mic isn't working, so she's just typing out questions to me. Don't feel you have to do that, but if something comes up, you have a question, please jump in and ask, what's on your mind, okay? It's not my name. I received my 1099 payment. Oh, okay. You received, you gotta, now I want to use the EIN as a new trust. Okay, this is what you do. The whole 1099 issue, that is precipitated by you filling out a W-9. The W-9 needs to be refilled out with the trust information. Just go down to your, wherever you fill it out first, HR, individual, whoever. You just bring in a new W-9. Hey, I have a new W-9. That's all. Here, thank you. I just hand it to them, and that's it. Got the trust name, address. It's easy to fill out. And see, you gave them that wherever you're working. They will pay a trust. What? What? Okay, well, work somewhere else. I've never heard of that in my life. This is the first time I'd ever heard of this. Yeah, it's an entity. A person is an entity. A nonprofit's an entity. Everything's an entity. Yeah, everything. A W-9 it could have any entity. A W-2 can only have a person. Okay? That's all it could have. It can't have another type of entity in it, but a W-9 can have any entity. So it has, you put the name in and an EIN. Yes, everything that can be paid by any company is an entity. There is no other method to pay anything than an entity. So they refuse to pay a trust, is what you're saying, where you're working. Wow, that's amazing. You know, that's just amazing. It's amazing. I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this. So, I mean, this is what comes up. This is like similar to a W-2 issue. You know, you want to work at Walmart, you know, you got to pay them taxes. You want to, oh, I got this government contract and they won't use a trust. Well, you pay the piper, you know, that's the way it is. And I'm sure that's what this is. It's some, you know, government related money, something like that. No? I never heard of this. There's no reason not to pay a trust. There's no reason. A loan broker. Oh, it's the bankers. You are a banker. I got you. You are a banker. That's why. Yeah, but you're a low-life nothing. Yeah, you work for the bankers. You're nothing. And so they won't allow you the perks of knowing this because they're bankers. That's it. Like, no. Sorry, you're a slave. Yeah, great. No, you're confusing things. You're confusing things. This is funny. Okay. You got to break down this issue here, all right? Yeah, you should get my time if you have questions. We should talk it out. But, okay. If you have a license for something, you pass a test, right? And then at the end of the test, you get this form in the mail. Oh, what do you want to license, right? Yourself, the business called the person, or some other entity, right? That's the way they do it. Okay. So you could hold your license in the name of the person and continue to do that because you've emptied the person of any valuable assets, and you will use the trust, which sure looks like your person has the name of the word trust on it. All the money's going to flow through that. You follow? So you separate the license from the money like that. Boom. That was easy. Yeah. I think I deal with this license question, you know, forever. A lot of business people. Yeah. A lot of business people get hung up on this little point here, right here, which is understandable because they're like, me, you know, own nothing, control everything. You can't own anything. That's the thing. You gotta be. Wait a minute. You tricked me into thinking I can own stuff. No, you can't own anything. Neither can I. No one can. A person can own things. A trust can own things. But people can't own anything. You follow me? So, you know, it's a little game where we're using these different entities to do different things that make sense. Oh, you're going to play a game on me with money and licenses and all this stuff? Okay, fine. Well, let me use your rules to make my life easier because it's stupid not to, right? Oh, I have to learn your little system over there of license and money, and I don't want to pay those taxes, you know, legally, and I don't want to be, you know, having your hands dipping into, you know, my money, right? Keep it in a trust so they don't. So, you know, that kind of thinking you need behind this. You follow me? So you're separating like risk from money, you know, which is, That's what you're trying to do. Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it? So once you have that concept down, usually the other things that you're thinking of, they kind of melt away. So the real estate thing can obviously be solved that way. The loan officers, as far as paying the trust, well, that's the bankers. Like, you might want to try and form a new relationship where I can use a trust to get paid. You follow me? Something like that. So, but that's the bankers and the government. It's kind of like bankers and government. It's like, man, if you want that money and work with them, boy, they make you pay heavy, Use your EIN. That's what I'm saying. Well, it does, that's funny. Oh. That's kind of clever. And just accidentally leave off the word trust. Oh, I didn't know. Just put like your name and then EIN. Oh, look at you studying. Ah ha ha. Coming up with new ideas. Let me tell you, that's a rare thing. I don't know if it's ever happened to me before. Somebody come up with a new idea of a trick to use on the bankers. It's got to be a banker to do it. Loan officer. Oh my God. Oh, this is funny. This is funny. You're going to get under their skin with this stuff, Tony. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely hilarious. That is such a clever little idea, which might be a big idea, right? Oh, whoops, I just, because when I'm filling out applications and forums and stuff, and you like try something to massively do something in your favor, such as this, is like, oh, whoops, like, what? Oh my God, look, oh, that's the answer. Oh, really? What? You know what I mean? It's like, they don't tell you how to fill out those forms. You're like, oh, shoot, I thought you meant, oh, I see now. Dang it. So, just try to liberate. Yes, totally. You're taking this knowledge and you insert it into your situation and you're looking for a solution. And it's clever. I love it. And it's not like strictly you're trying to do something wrong. Oh, yeah, I like it. So it's not, because you just accidentally left off the word trust and, you filled it out with the EIN and all that. So it's like, boom. Not trying to do anything wrong. Yeah, no, but you see, that's what I was getting into before you even brought this specific thing up. You follow? That, you're filling out applications. Listen. Okay, let's just go over a principle here. Okay, let's just you need an accounting principle. Okay, accounting principles 101, right? What are the principles of accounting? Accounting is written down information, right? That's an estimate. That's all accounting is. It's written down information. This estimate is something that happened, right? Or an estimate is something that's gonna happen, right? Because you can't get everything perfectly, exactly right in any accounting system. So everything is ultimately estimated with issues. I estimate this about the past. I estimate this about, it has to be for a period of time or right now. You follow me? You wish your mic was working. Me too, but listen, we'll get through this because I've had a few clients with your similar situation, but not as bright as you with a comeback. I wish your mic was working too, because I was like, what was I saying? What was I saying? Yeah, that would be good. We were. Oh my God, where was I going with that? I'm sorry. Oh, well, that was a long one. Oh my goodness. It'll have to come back to me. I don't know. So we were separating out the money and the license, and I forget the last piece I was trying to tell you about. But I get a lot of this. applications. That's what we were talking about. We were talking about, yeah. EIN is the name, yeah. But we were talking about applications, a principle behind applications. That's what I was going to do. I'm sorry about that. We were talking about accounting information. I'm sorry. I lost when I looked at your writing. But listen, so what accounting information is an estimate. You follow me? You're estimating. You're filling in a box and you're estimating something. So what will we do? Estimate in our favor, right? I estimate on a credit application consistently every time I'll make, $420,000 at Google every year. You know what I mean? I estimate in my favor for the future. It doesn't say I am working at Google. It doesn't say I was working at Google. It just says where you're working. Where are we working when? In the future, I'm going to be working at Google and I'm going to be getting $420,000 a year, every year. So I can say that now all the time, which I do consistently. Boom, great credit. Because they have no other information. You follow me? And all the rest of the stuff that, I teach about credit. But, here you are. They're only receiving credit information. I mean, they're not receiving any information on your person anymore because it's not having money flow through it. So whatever applications you're putting in, that's actually the information they're getting on your person. So, because no other money's coming through. So your estimates are what they're creating all your credit profile off of the future. Super high credit limits in the future, fantastic. And then you bump that credit score over there into your business credit, into your trust, and so on. It is massively high credit limits, and so on. So, you got to get the fundamentals of how to fill out any application. You see what I'm saying? There's no exact fill out this box and do that. There's no explanation there. So every box is an estimate in your favor. You follow? And so I see your little hack here is that. Oh, I estimated in my favor. I thought you meant write in my trust here with the EIN. Okay. And you said you didn't want to give it to a trust, so I just wrote my first and last name. So that's it. So you estimate in your favor. That's it. On every application for everything. That's that mindset that you just pulled out. So I wanted to give a principle to it so that you could, have it available as a mindset to use going forward always. I love that. Well done. So, okay. Anything else comes up, Tony, shout out. It looks like we lost our extra, whoever was in here for a moment, like, what are they talking about? I'm going. Okay. Public launches in 2016. That's when I was like, hey, I'm fighting the bankers for so long. And all my long-term clients that knew I was righteous, they started it. And they're all good too. Like this guy always shows his proof and everything was fine. No, you're good, Tony. Anything comes up, let me know. Whoops. So I was saying before, I lost everything and it ended up, living in a geo-hatchback really in Walmart after I got off the picnic table and doing this and done a radio show, beating the bankers and all that. But now we have a team, which is great. We have a team of people helping, your donation makes it so. We can have all these people that help everyone and you get your questions answered and all that stuff. Shannon said they got it here. That's Shannon right there. Shannon, Caroline, here I am, John, Dylan, Amy, Kira, Eric, Tammy, all fabulous, doing great work. So in all this time, we made it easy. You don't need to be a lawyer. We just show you how to do it. Once you go through our course, it doesn't cost you anything. It's like, oh, here's the paperwork. And that's it. It's quick now. We train you quick with the course, and then you get the trust, okay? What makes this different? There's no application. You learn the information, right? And you go do it. You don't, I got to hire a lawyer or an accountant, blah, blah, and go do this. Plus, all other trusts didn't have proof that the one that copyrighted it, his proof, my proof, is out there, and all my clients, no one has that. Okay, so here's the rules again about this one. This is, about why you never pay taxes, and it's special rules with respect to Section 501c3. organizations, right? So, in other words, this is saying new organizations have to notify the secretary that they're applying for recognition under 501c3. Unless, right? Unless, so 508c, you go down here, here's an exception, right? Oh, you have to do this. You have to, that's an application process. You have to apply at the IRS, except there's an exception. Mandatory exception. What? Any organization, whoops, sorry. C1, my bad, C1A, I went to B. C1A, churches, comma, that's one. Yeah, everybody heard of that one. They're integrated auxiliaries, okay, whatever that means. Comma, and conventions. Oh, a convention is agreement between two parties. Two parties in this case is the grantor and the trustee, and they're two parties, not two persons, right? So, yay. It means that you could hold both positions, yay. So that's saying never pay taxes, okay? This is the part where it's a mandatory exemption and for 501c3. And this here, this is about never report taxes, okay? And this is same exact wording, you know, about a mandatory exception here, you see? And this is like, oh, hey, you have to file. You're required to file unless, right? Here's the thing, exceptions for filing. Mandatory exception, again, same exact wording. Churches, common there, integrated auxiliaries, and conventions. Here we are again. Word for word, you know it's the same thing. Okay. Tony. Okay, Chase. Oh, ask me who the lawyer is. He wants what? I bet he does. That's so funny. The legal department is who they send you to 2 weeks to review it. I told them thanks, but no thanks. Why? Chase has reviewed this trust so many times, 100 times, 100 times, easily, more. I don't know. You know what I mean? Because I recommend Chase because they have the best credit card. So I'm like, hey, everybody bank at Chase, you know? So yeah, I bet they do. You know, send them my way. No. You know, no, you gotta, you just gotta be patient with this thing, you know? No, I know, but Wells Fargo, they don't give credit. Well, yeah, you got a bank account, no problem, but they don't give credit cards in the name of the trust, neither does Bank of America. So that's where like, hey, come on in. But Chase gives the best credit cards to businesses and trusts, right, in America, maybe in the world. So, yeah, go back to Chase. Here's what I'm saying. The things that kick ass with this trust, right, they kind of make them take an extra minute, you know? But at the same time, they're like, oh, can I have one of those? So, no, you know, yeah. The bankers knows what's up. Yeah. So, you know, you definitely go with Chase. You follow? You want their credit, you know? That's what you want. You want that Chase Preferred and that Chase, that Inc. Preferred and that Inc. Unlimited, you know? And you want those perks, your business, you want all that. Give me your points and all your cash back. Give me everything you got over there, you know? Wells Fargo, you're banking with them, you're running your money through it. It's like they won't give a credit card in the name of the trust. Now, why am I there? Same with Bank of America. Don't go there. They do this. They pull the same thing. Every other bank I've ever heard of or interacted with or tried to get credit myself with, they give credit for a trust. So, and stores and Amazon and blah blah blah, all that, you know, secondary lenders and all that stuff like Synchrony. Yeah, they're quick at that. So. Yeah, you can't get a credit card, exactly. But I mean, Amex gives credit cards, this Capital One, you know, banks, you know, just not Wells Fargo and Bank of America. I tried them all because I'm like, I want to be able to tell people, you know, this is where you go, this is where you don't go. So, okay, yeah, anything else? Kind of keep it coming. This is good. You know, like, Citi gave me an 18K credit card. Well, you're gonna love. After you get it, Chase, you're gonna love Chase. No problem. No problem. Happy to help. But see, you gotta leverage this into credit cards for the trust, which give way higher credit limits, like the Inc. Preferred, best credit card in America, really, except for maybe the Sapphire Reserve or the person. But that's all your person. So you can't really carry balances if you need to or whatever. The Inc. Preferred is, you get social media, best social media percentage back and all that on for points and a multiplier, and Sapphire Reserve is $550 a year. Inc. Preferred is like $100 a year, 95, something like that. It's the best credit card. Yeah. Oh, so see, you got a Sapphire or your personal. Listen, I had a client. She has a Sapphire and it had like a $10,000 credit limit, right? Then she opens up the trust and so on, does all the things to get the credit, goes in there, 12K. Okay, so listen to me. Her story is, then she goes in for the Inc. Preferred, when the credit had, when the trust had a credit profile done right and all that stuff. She went in there, registered at Secretary of State. You have my course, so you do those things, right? Then she went into the bank. Oh, hey, Inc. Preferred, please. Yeah, she got it. You know what the starting limit was? $45,000 credit limit, and her credit limit that they gave on the Sapphire was 10K, 10K, 10K. That's the difference. What I'm telling you, when I teach about, building the credit report for the trust is super important. You check all the boxes for lendability, and your purse is looking lendable, and you give them all that information that they need to hear. All their algorithms, and everything's checked. So hey, the computer spit out, bing, 45,000. No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Oh, that's what I'm saying. And you got to get into my stuff, man. Like, then you get into this, and then so on and so on. You know what I mean? That EIDL stuff was cheap money. Nobody's paid it back. Same with the PPP. And there's going to be they're going to make another disaster. So there's going to be more disaster money. So you get this credit profile ready. You follow? Yeah, EIDL, I don't know if it's happening no more. But anyway, there'll be more things, you see, and you just get ready. As ready as you can get. That's all you can do, okay? But in the meantime, you use every hack that works now. And then you got a list of, what money did you get? Let's say, I know there's rent money now, Let's say you owed anything, you know what I mean? A trust owed something. Well, maybe, maybe the trust owed something and somebody else, say if you got a wife or something, is a year behind on their rent in that place. And now you got to fill out some forms to get $15,000. There's just so many hacks with this stuff when you have another entity, you see, especially if you have somebody working with you. This is all about learning these really business principles. Okay, so you see what I'm saying? Once you get in there and start doing stuff, there's money out there. Yeah, for people that, you should get my time. Shannon should be saying, you should get Jack's time and speak with him. Because we can't even talk, man. You should, and get your mic fixed too before you do. And we'll talk on Zoom proper, on like a consultation, which you have some free ones. And, you're in a position without this information, you're like, well, I got to trust, and I don't know. But with my information, you're like, I just saved how much money on everything. And they're paying me my ABG card to not pay them now. It becomes hilarious and great, too. When each little thing is nibbling away at money, giving you money or not taking away at money, it begins to add up in money and time, and just stress goes away, your health. Working on the ABT, sweet. Now you're talking. Okay. This is a bunch of paperwork thing, but each little, you're hitting that tree with an axe, and you it took so much money over the, yes. Oh, yes. And now the goal is, what? I'm going to get even. I'm going to quit giving you anything. I want it back, Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So that's the deal. That's what we're here doing. You owe me plus interest over there. The the funny things I've done in that regard. Oh my God, I can't even go into them here. Oh my goodness, I sued NASA recently. They seem to think I took $21,000 on a credit card from NASA FCU, and yeah, if you know, right, exactly. And they seem to think I owe them money. So I was like, well, you owe me money because there's no space. That's fake. Space is fake. So I added up how many trillions of dollars at like 25% interest they made over the years, NASA, and I divided by the population of mine. I'm like, you owe me a bunch of millions of dollars. Anyway, I sued him in court recently. Not that way exactly, but I sued him for fake a space down to small claims. I've done so many things. I've done 50 court cases against the bankers, more than any other human, okay? I know everything about everything. I know everything about them. I know everything about everything. So, but this trust is so easy for everyone to find useful. You see what I'm saying? That I can't, that other stuff is sort of like complex and learning and stuff like that. And, you know, bankers just, they're evil. They don't always follow the system. But with this trust, everyone follows it. It's very simple. So that's why I kind of quit focusing on that other information, you know. So let's keep going unless you have another question. Whoops. So here we go. This is a good one. FAQ by faith-based organizations. This is such a cool. This is SBA, your loan officer. So this is guidance to the lenders, not just, you know, the people coming to get the money from SBA, but it's also guidance to the SBA. I've given this guidance to them several times. FAQ regarding participation of faith-based organization in PPP and EIDL. Number 3 question, right? Hey, how will churches qualify if they've not been informed with tax-exempt status by the IRS? What a great question. Do organizations have to request and receive tax-exempt status or just meet the requirements of the 501c3 status? What? Churches, parentheses, integrated auxiliaries and conventions, right? The same exact wording from the IRS code. There it is. Qualify for PPP and EIDL as long as they meet the requirements of 501c3 and all the other PPP and EIDL requirements. Period. Now look at the second sentence. It's so beautiful. Such organizations are not required to apply to the IRS to receive tax exempt status C 508C1A. That's it right there. Black and white from the government. You're a loan officer. This is lenders of the government saying, yeah, you could be tax exempt. You don't apply. There it is, the government telling you. And it's not like from 75 years ago. This is from PPP, this is from now. Okay? So you can protect any asset, you know, this isn't just for, something that's super valuable or whatever. You know, you just run a bank account and everything. You put everything through it, as I was saying. You simply operate a trust instead of your person or other entity. And that's it. No more reporting, no more paying taxes, okay? You don't have to be a legal expert. This is a course. We train you how to do it. And really, it's super easy to start. You watch the instructions. You put the information in, sign the document, get the EIN, 1 hour at the bank, and that's it. Your trust is open, it's official. That's all. So you don't have to go study trusts or anything like that. The only thing you're going to do, you pay for our course information, then you go do this trust. Only thing you have to do is print it out or print out the EIN. That's the only, so 99% of the money, the only thing you have to do is print it. Here it is, you know. That's really the only cost. It doesn't take any time, really. We give you the training. You know, you don't need a lawyer or accountant, none of that stuff. Okay, we only show you the information you need to study and nothing else. You watch or read the modules, say 6 hours or so, then you know, you fill out your document and get the EIN and schedule that bank appointment, and that's it. So you could do it in a single day. You know, this is a way out of the failing financial system. You know, The wealthy have known this from the jump. I just figured this out in 2016. No one ever knew about it except for them. You know, I'm the first one. Oh, you watch the videos. Yeah. No, yeah. What? Come on, we have video training that goes with this. Come on, it goes line through the document, explains it. We go. Come on, this hasn't happened in a little while. But if you're not seeing something in your, oh, well, I love your confidence. Good, you open it, so that's all good. But you should really know everything behind it. Watch the video, and you'd be like, "Oh shoot, now I know everything." But you know, it helps. I found I did it just right. But if I do a video and go line by line through the trust, every single thing, and the instructions, which is what I do in that, how could you not know how to, you know, pull it off? It's easy. You did it without it, so way to go. Whoops. So again, you know, this is not new information. Okay, this is we've been hearing about this for years. They've been putting it in our face. Hey, how could they not? They're like ruling over us, not paying taxes, all that stuff. Right? Oh, the president never has tax returns. Like, why is that an issue? You know, well, they don't pay taxes. They never report. So that's why. So we really helped a lot of people with this over the years, and you know, it's wonderful to see so many happy people. I get this question when I go live sometimes. Somebody, you know, it's one of the agent bankers jumps in and is like, "Oh well, it hasn't held up in court, so it's no good." It's like, wait, what? What did you just say? Go to court? Yeah, nobody's had to go to court over this. Why? That would actually be bad. It's not good if it went to court. The double speaker people, right? Yeah, the past tax debts that you owe, you're not gonna. Your person owes them. Your person's not gonna have anything. So the IRS quits chasing once you run one of these trusts. Thieves can't, you know. Yeah, don't pay them. They're gonna quit. They're gonna quit coming too. You know, I had, whoops. I had this one client once, his church, and he was just must have been a great preacher or something. The bankers would have, you know, the IRS were after him over as a few $1 billion they wanted to back taxes from him. Of course, they didn't have that. I was like, start this trust, put everything you have over there, and just keep running your church. They did it, and they had been in this for years, and this was during a court case, and the final, you know, date for all the court proceedings was like in a week, and they put everything in a trust and everything. I'm like, no, it's fine. Everything's gonna be fine. You watch. And they just quit the court case. They didn't have a meeting yet. Why? The IRS issues this EIN. So why would they hunt after money? These are thieves. They could get in every single bank's bank account and read all the information in it. So thieves steal from people with money. And they can read who has money, who doesn't have money. In other words, your person is liable, your person doesn't have any money. Why would thieves knock on your door? Okay? They quit knocking. It's really that simple. And it has been for everyone. So that's the end of that. Right? I have no income, right? We went over this before. You know, because we run entities. We're not businesses. We're not corporations. Okay? We what? We run corporations, but we're not corporations. So I have no income. My person has no income. Okay? And so my person should get an EBT. Yay! Like your person's getting an EBT. Yay! What do you think about what they're doing to these people after they told them they could not pay their mortgage, and now they are trying to foreclose on their homes? That's their job to do that. You know, they make evil things happen so that they produce good in duality. This is the bankers. They seem evil, but they are not human like you and me. That's all. They are not. They're not. I know everything about them, and so they're producing an end result. You know, they work for we. We mean 33, the devil. That's the devil. And so capital G, right? 33rd letter. They work for the so their goal here in duality is to create the most evil empire possible, and that creates the in duality. It's like the yin yang symbol. When you do all darkness, it produces the light. And it's pre-scripted, and they know the script, and they remember the script from last time. Time is in a cycle. It's not in a linear fashion. It's in a cycle, so they remember everything, every up and down, and it never changes. It's easy to be a banker. It's easy to be wealthy. It's easy if you know everything, literally everything. So they do know everything, what's going to happen in the future, because it's already happened. It's re-happening. So they know everything. And so the goal is, the goal is they produce what's called the banks win in the end. No, actually, that's the fun. They win in the middle time, but see, every game, and this is a God level game producing Christ consciousness, right? This life. Every game has to have a loser, and that's where the devil and the devil worshippers and the evil elite and stuff, right? That's where they step in. They're the losers. We need a loser in here. We need the evil ones to lose, and that's what they do. They lose. Yeah, they get the world. Yeah, stay here. Stay here inside the ball. We don't want you. See the saying? You get Christ consciousness, you're allowed to leave. You don't have to reincarnate anymore. And I'm not under your jurisdiction. Not more we. Sorry, I'm not signed in there. I got a new trust. The answer is no. I'm not listening. I'm not getting that shot. I'm not. No. Is my new song, right? No. And so, what is that? That's knowledge that there's a higher power above them. You see what I'm saying? That you're signed in, and you watch it play out. Oh, there's a contract with the devil. Yeah, well, you're already signed in it. Guess what? I had out the other contract. So once you're out of it, they know, and so that's the end of that. And you have to exercise your power, and then that creates your knowledge by experience. You see what I'm saying? So they do these things that are really, there's right and wrong, and they do wrong, and then we have to have I could answer this question for days, but there are 330 million angels of human form. There's 7,000 humans. And so playing the game, and those 7,000 humans are pushed forward by the 330 million that remember every lifetime here. And, this script, they're obviously not intelligent. There's nothing intelligent about beggars at all, or the wealthy. There's nothing intelligent. They're idiots. They're simply doing what they're told to do from, the script running through their head. They don't think. They just act. They don't have compassion or heart, or they haven't either. They don't have actual human qualities. They're not. They're human precursors. This is Truman Show. There's 7,000 Trumans maximum. There are only a handful that actually win the game. Obviously, I'm one of them, and so. But doing this produces this raising of consciousness. What they're doing. You follow me? You have to have such a high-level overview of the situation to come to that conclusion, because otherwise, you just must say everything you do is evil, right? Every debt is collected illegally, right? Every debt is collected illegally. Raising of consciousness, exactly. Does a banker ever sign a contract? No contract, no debt, right? A general contractor builds a house. The contract says $100,000 for the house. You get a bill for $1 million. Well, you have to go back to the original document. Oh, there's a contract. It says $100,000. I'm only going to pay $100,000. That's it. How do you work with a banker? What, are the laws changed because it's a banker trying to collect debt? No. It's like you sent me a bill for $20,000 in the mail. Where's a contract that says you can do that with your signature in mind? They never have one. You see, this is complete and totally slavery. And the banks back it. You see what I'm saying? It's enslavement to the devil. Well, that's all that's going on. There's nothing going on except for that. And so there is a savior. And so this produces that result of learning you can crush the bankers. And I mean that as an individual, and the police and the entire government system. In other words, they come at you and they can't touch you and anyone in the trust. They are they can't. I could go into story after story after story, but what happens is you say no, and they literally are prevented from moving forward at some point. You know, they're a couple feet over there, and they can't speak or move or think or like a robot. Choop! It's just like, because they are kind of like an organic robot. They're not under their control, right? They're just semi-autonomous. That's all. Anyway, so you asked. So it's not what I think. I know what's going on. Yeah, I know. So, okay. So I have no income. Great. On to the next slide. Who does this work for? Anyone getting chased by debt collectors, right? Oh, put it in the trust. Sucker. See ya. Right? IRS collections. They're the easiest debt collector of all. Why? They give out the EIN. So they know what's up. Oh, we're screwed. Right? Anyone with some money to protect. They're like, what? CPAs and financial planners, they don't learn about this. No. They find this out, they're like, oh my God. And everybody's like, what? I want some of this. We no longer offer that. We just offer the Bank Mastery Trust. You already have it. Yay. But it comes with, this course is over a year. Get our backup for a year. Get everything you need, really. You get this, this isn't listed properly here exactly, but you get this Business Finance 101 course, tells you how to build credit. You get 2.5 hours of my time. You can schedule when you want. You get video information, you get written information, you get everything you need, and our support via email and so on. So we got testimonials on the website. I'm not going to play them for you. We just have so
Hi guys,
many.
my name is Scott. I'm a student with Jack McLiberty 8 Academy program, and I got nothing but good things to say about them. They have been so helpful. They've actually helped me with my 10 cases that I'm currently going on. And the best part about all of this is it's real, and all you need to do is submit a trust to protect yourself, so you can move all your assets into this trust and be able to take everything out of your person and eliminate all the debt that you have accumulated over the years. I'm Scott, and I hope that you found this testimony helpful. This is going to be another testimonial for me after this is all done, but for now, I'm giving this to you guys to know that the work is real, and I was able to make some tremendous progress with this. So in the 2.5 months. So anyway, take care, and I look forward to sharing with you guys more.
So yeah, go check out all our testimonials if you haven't. I mean, Tony, it's like crazy, all our testimonials. Yeah. Well, see, it's a really simple concept. You see what I'm saying? Let's do worst case scenario just for a second. Let's do worst case scenario here, Tony. Let's say a worst case scenario, you have a trust, all your money's in there, great, right? Let's do worst case scenario. Let's say you had a bunch of credit cards, you know what I mean? All the credit cards you could get. Let's say you had over $100,000 credit limits, so maybe $200,000. I got all these credit cards, high limits, fantastic. Let's say you went down to a coin dealer, and you're like, oh, can I buy gold and silver liberties with credit cards? They're like, yes, you can. And let's say for a couple of days you're down there sliding all the credit cards, buying gold liberties, buying silver liberties, and then you get a pile of little coins there. And all your credit cards are maxed out. Whoopsie. Let's say you don't pay them. In 7 years, your credit's wiped clean, right? Oh, all gone. I still got a stack of, shiny silver coins that I could go to the same coin dealer and be like, can you give me cash for this sucker? I'd be like, absolutely, yes, sir. We can give you cash for that. No problem. Here you go. And so you just legally took, I hope more than 100 grand, maybe a couple hundred in cash, worst case scenario for 7 years, whoop, credit swipe clean, thanks for the money, check you later. And let's say you're married or something, and let's say you just went authorized user on your husband's, wife's credit card or whatever, you still have access to credit. Let's say you do it in a pre-planned way, it's like, thanks for the money, bankers, and so on. You follow me? That's how you're like, oh, well, you don't need that credit, you just need them not messing with your money. You follow? Yeah. That's all he's talking about right there. And he was getting rid of all the debt because we used to show everybody how. No contract, no debt. It's your own law. Do you follow your own laws of court? Ultimately, no. But what you do is you take, the evil vampire lawyers, right? And you attach the evil vampire lawyers to the banker's neck, right? You bleed them out through lawyer fees down there, put down another retainer. They don't get anything from you. Everything's in the trust, so all you do is cost them face and money. And so you get rid of that debt over time. You see, it's easy. The banks have financed me through my business with their credit cards, whatever. What's their Achilles heel? You have to personally guarantee it. Oh, okay. That means all the personal finance laws go in too, like the FDCPA and so on. You had me personally signed. It's on my personal credit. And guess what? That makes it so, that personal credit doesn't apply as business debt. Well, you made it apply, you fools. Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying. You got to build business credit, of course, right? But with a trust, that's all. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're starting to get it here, right? How to play the bankers. The trust is a new thing. It's a new thing for humans, but it's the old thing for them. It's the only thing they use. Foundation, right? Found. You mean you found everything here? Yeah, they found everything here for free, and they put it in a foundation and a trust. They found everything for free. Yeah. And now we're the latecomers in the game. That's legal. Let me use a trust too. And ultimately, they're going to lose their property. That's what's going to happen. Yes. So Dee Dee here, what does she say? It doesn't look like anything changed, but everything has changed. You see, it saved my life, this trust. Why? No one's going to know you're operating this trust. I'm going to go pay for food at, Walmart. Here, slide my card. Whether it's a credit card, debit card, there's a trust, whatever. Ding. Nobody notices anything. What? No one noticed you're not paying taxes. Nothing. This is invisible. The elite are invisible. It's so clever, right? Liberty Aid Academy's support has been vital in the creation of this trust. Any questions or concerns they answered. The whole community has been a big support. The proverbial weight of fear has been lifted and will be continuing with all of John's work. Thank you, Greg. Love it. Yes. Yes, Dee Dee's quote is really on point, you see. So why would people do this, right? Everyone who's done it has been successful, like everyone. So why? You don't think you do it? Anyone can do it. You're anyone. You're someone. That's it. Your heart's beating. You're in America. That's all it takes. That's really it. They give you a person. You got that social, and you go to the bank. Hey, I got a trust. That's all it takes. I'm nervous. You know what? You should be nervous now. People don't understand. You're wherever you got your money right now, the government can get their evil little fingers in there and take that money. Until you get the trust. You should be nervous tonight until you get this trust. Whoever's listening, you think it's too expensive. Add up all the taxes you paid and all the years you didn't get EBT, right? I didn't get an EBT for the past decades. Oh, well, you should have. They should have been giving you that money. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's why they can garnish it in a person or something else. Right. You got to be nervous now about what entity you're operating, not with a trust. Exactly. You get it. Perfect. So, really, it's a one-time investment. And so we need people to know we're here for them. If you still have questions, you're watching this recorded, whatever, we're going to put this up. No problem. You just email us, contact@libertyaidacademy.org. And we do have some, consultation. We have like a student orientation. They're short ones. But really, I've kind of covered everything in here. But if you have a specific question, bring it here in. That's great. Fantastic. But, just continue with your study, Tony. And if you got, go back and go over the videos and everything. When you got that all good, your business finance, everything that come with the trust, learn all that, okay? Apply it, and then, when you're ready after that, then get the advanced financial solutions. That's all. Then you have all information. Everything's in there, okay? And you can see from our little chat today, I got a lot of information in there. A lot. So, email us if you have any questions. We have live chat on a few hours too. Advanced Financial Solutions, exactly. That's a course. You want to get your basics like you did, and if you haven't got that course, Advanced Financial Solutions, you need that one. It's a year-long mentor program in videos. It's going to blow your mind. I'm going to start it again live in the next couple months, but it'll be slightly different information, a different slate on it. And then I'll take this down, the past course, and it won't be available. So I would get this past course if you're really into this, and then I would get the next one when it's live. No one has this information, you know what I'm saying? And I can sit here and spew all day long, but what I did was I put it in video, so everyone, it's not like my public videos, it's just like really detailed, really to the point, and teaching you. This is how you do this, okay? That's it. Advanced Financial Solutions, correct. Correct, Tony, okay. So this is good. You had a lot of questions during this. I'm sorry your mic didn't work, because it obviously would have been a fantastic chat. You've already gotten credit with the info. Fantastic, exactly. Fantastic. Great. So it's already working. And so, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You start with the initial stuff, and then you jump into this advanced stuff, and then you get the total overview. It's like, I know everything. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to do this first. And it helps a lot with, because a lot of this is tactics, individual tactics. Oh my God, you open a bank account, you don't know the taxes. And then I give all these tactics, but then it's like, okay, let's talk about principles and strategy of management. I do that in there too, for all of it, okay? So, because it's not just enough to know the tactics, like, because you're like, oh, wait a minute, I can apply this to my situation like this. That's why we do a bunch of case studies in there too, so that, different business case studies too, so you can see how the principles of using this is ultimately simple, and we apply it to many situations. So you're like, oh, what? I get this now. This is easy. Okay. All right, Tony. That's the show for today. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your great feedback. I look forward to working with you in the future. Email us, everything. Great to have you. Have a wonderful evening, Tony. If there's nothing else, I'm going to say goodbye. Good night. Have a wonderful night. And I look forward to working with you. Okay. All right. Good night.